குருவே நின் பாதங்கள் சரணம். நான் மேயல்ல என்ற மேயை நாளும் மனனம் செய்ய வைத்த தானே தன்மயமாக நின்ற தன்மயம் நம்மையும் ஆக்கிடும் குருவே. குருவே நின் பாதங்கள் சரணம். துவைத்தம் தவறில்லை என்றுரைத்த அத்வைதத்தை உணர்த்திய எங்கள் குருவே. அகந்தை நான் என வந்தவரின் அகங்காரத்தை அழித்திட்ட அகத்தின் பொருளே. குருவே நின் பாதங்கள் சரணம். நானே நீ என கோரைய குருவே. நிமை காணவே தவம் என்ன செய்த வேட்டோ. நிம்மை கண்டெங்கள் பாவத்தை போக்கி நின் பாதுகை அருளாலே பக்தியும் பெற்றோ. குருவே நின் பாதங்கள் சரணம். பயம் என்று வந்தேன் பயம் ஏன் என்று பயத்தை போக்கி பக்தியை தந்தீர். பயமேன் வேண்டாம் குரு அருள் உண்டென பயம் நீக்கி அபயம் தந்திட்ட குருவே. குருவே நின் பாதங்கள் சரணம். தட்சிணாமூர்த்தியின் மௌனம் நீவே தவ ஆதிசங்கரர் வாக்கும் நீவே. அண்ணாமலையின் மகரிஷி நீவே. அனுசோனியில் வாழ்ந்திடும் எங்கள் குருவே. குருவே நின் பாதங்கள் சரணம். பயம் நீவே அபயமும் நீவே. பந்தமும் நீவே முக்தியும் நீவே. துவைத்தமும் நீவே அத்வைத்தமும் நீவே. திவ்ய ரூபமும் நீவே ஸ்வரூபமும் நீவே. குருவே நின் பாதங்கள் சரணம். இங்கும் அங்கும் எங்கும் நீவே. இறையருள் நீவே வந்தருள் வேறே. இன்றும் நன்றும் என்றும் நீவே. ஆனந்தம் நீவே பேரானந்தம் நீவே. குருவே நின் பாதங்கள் சரணம். விராஜேஸ்வர குருவின் பாதுகை சரணம். குருவே நின் பாதங்கள் சரணம். விராஜேஸ்வர குருவின் பாதுகை சரணம். குருவே நின் பாதங்கள் சரணம். சரணம் சரணம்.
Om Namo Bhagavate Virajeshwaraya. Thank you, Adya, for creating a divine atmosphere for this. And nochur-acharya doesn't require any introduction, everybody knows. But in spite of that, even to speak about a jnani, I am definitely incapable. So I am requesting our beloved and also Pujaniya Professor Nagaraj R.Padaki sir to welcome on behalf of the Ashramam.
Hari Om. Prostrating at the lotus feet of Parama Pujya Swami Virajeshwara Saraswati and the entire Guru Parampara and Shree Ramanacharana Tirtha Swamiji, Shree Tanmayananda Saraswati, who is our principal trustee of Hamsa Ashramam, and Shree Mata Swadhaa Devi Amma, and all of you, my Sashtang Pranams. Now, if you happen to have at least heard the YouTube lectures of Swamiji, whom we reverentially, respectfully, with all love and affection, we simply address him as Shree Nochur-acharya. If you have gone through the video clippings and earlier audio clippings, you would know one thing. Acharya is proficient not only giving discourses in English, but also in Malayalam. He is coming from Palakkad, and also in Tamil. All over India he is known for the discourses mainly on Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, and of course on the teachings of Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi, the self-knowledge path of inquiry directly. What is called in Vedanta is Shukamarga. Now, there is a combination of bhakti and jnana in the Acharya's superfluous, simple English, captivating English, which will make us really to cry. Tears of joy will flow. How many times the joy has flown in the form of tears from my eyes, I don't know, listening to Acharya. Such a Brahmavidvara, now in the human frame, walking on this earth, not for himself, he is already Krutakritya. He is here to benefit the devotees, benefit sadhakas, to uplift themselves from this so-called samsara. Bhagavad Pada says, most of you know, I am a very small dust particle to say anything more about that. Shanta Mahanta Nivasanti Santaha Vasantavan Lokan Lokahite Charanta. Bhagavad Pada says in Vivek Chudamani. So Mahatmas are there traveling not for their sake. It is to impart that jnanam to the real seekers. And here is our Acharya, number one, we can say in South India at present, who can deliver anything so beautifully, it will captivate your heart. Only thing, you should listen with open heart, not hearing, listen. So he is an embodiment of jnana itself, embodiment of bhakti itself. There is no difference between bhakti and jnana. So I don't have anything else to speak about Acharya, but such a small person I am. So with this I conclude my speech of introducing Acharya to the audience. Hari Om Tat Sat.
Dhanyavad. Professor Padaki sir. I request our Divine Mother, Guruma, Swadhaa Mataji to do the Phalarpanam to nochur-acharya. Vedante pratishthitaha tasya prakritileenasya parasamaheshwaraha. Om.
Upasakanam yadupasandu Partavasam vadashakimule Taddhamadakshimyajusha swamutya Jagattu chitte namodhantam Adraksham akshirena dayanidhanam Acharyamadyam vadamodabhagem मौनेन मन्दस्मितभूषितेन महर्षिलोकस्य तमोनुदन्तम् विद्राविताशेषतमो गणेन मुद्राविशेषेण मुहुर्मुनीनां निरस्य मायां दयया विधत्ते देवो मांस्तत्त्वमसीति बोधम् ममाद्यदेवो वटमूलवासी कृपाविशेषात् कृतसन्निधानः ओङ्काररूपाम् उपदिश्य विद्याम् आविद्यगध्वान्तमुपाकरोतु श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयम् नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम् अपार सच्चित् सुखवारिराशेः यस्योर्मिमात्रं भुवनं समस्तं गुहाहितं तं रमणं गभीरं चिन्ताविहीनं हृदि चिन्तयामि। देहं मृण्मयवज्जडात्मकमहं बुद्धिर्न तस्यास्त्यतो नाहं तत्तदभावसुप्तिसमये सिद्धात्मसद्भावतः कोऽहं भावयुतः कुतो वरधिया दृष्ट्वात्मनिष्ठात्मनां सोऽहं स्फूर्तितया अरुणाचलशिवः पूर्णो विभाति स्वयम्। योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्य किल शक्तिधरस्वधाम्नाम् अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यम्। विशुद्धं परं सच्चिदानन्दरूपं गुणाधारमाधारहीनं सुमान्यं महान्तं विभान्तं गुहान्तं गुणान्तं सुखान्तं स्वयं धाम रामं प्रपद्ये। After a very long period, almost I think 2 decades, we have come to the same hall. I don't remember the year when last time I came here. 2010. It is 2010. Yes. Okay. Oh, 2010. Oh, then it is Yoga Nikaya Varta. So that time when Swamiji was here, Swamiji in the same hall, we had a satsang. It was in my Purva Ashrama. Then we had a session in Swamiji's room also. Devotees were asking something. And the subject was all very scriptural oriented subjects there. Of course, I can just say that what it was. It was about whether it is right to donate eye donation, to do it after death. That was the subject. So that was the subject. So Swamiji was asking me also, what is your opinion? So I am not going to answer. I am only just telling you the subject, the discussion. Of course, those who were there at that time, they will know what was the subject. So for us now, the eye donation is not the subject. For us now, the I is the subject. Not the E by E, I. It is we ourselves. Always that is the subject. And even Swamiji's book, you know, it is Know Thyself. That is the book. So knowledge of the self, Atma Jnana, is always the subject. If you want to know something, the only thing that deserves to be known is already with you. The book is with you. The book is you. The reader is you. Knowledge is you. And the goal is also you. There is a mantra in the Mundaka Upanishad which summarizes the entire teaching of the Upanishads. And the mantra is Tamevaikam janatha atmanam anya vacho vimunjatha amritasyesha setuhu. Setu means bridge. Amrita means immortality, deathlessness, freedom. You can say joy, ananda. And this is the setu, the bridge to that joy, that absolute fulfillment in life. And that setu, that bridge is, what is that? It is the knowledge of the self. Tameva ekam janatha atmanam. Just know yourself. Knowledge is very simple. Know yourself. Leave everything aside. Anya vacho vimunjata. Give up all other things, all other pursuits. Spiritual life is very simple. It is not as complex as we think. It is not complex like our school education. School education is very complex. And even after all that school education, Shankaracharya said, it will not rescue you. What is that Shankaracharya's words? School education, Shankaracharya has given a sutra. You know? What is it? Nahi nahi. Oh, everyone is experts there. Nahi nahi rakshati dukrinya karane. You know that? You have heard it? What is your name? You sang this song. Adya. Yes. So Shankaracharya said, Nahi nahi rakshati dukrinya karane. People sometimes say, Swami, you will spoil all children. Somebody brought a child to me, and they brought the child. Swami, you should tell the child to study. I asked, to me? So, nahi nahi rakshati dukrinya karani. All this learning, of course, it is all needed, but the purpose of learning is, at last you have to know that the purpose of learning is to find the true joy, the true happiness. Swami Vivekananda gave a definition to education, very well known. He said, education is the manifestation of the perfection that is already in man. Very beautiful. Perfection is not that what you are seeking outside. It is already in you. You are seeking it here, there, everywhere. After seeking everywhere, a day will come when you will stop seeking anywhere outside. And your whole energy, seeking is an energy, that energy will turn towards your own heart, something that is within you. And when you determine that, when you decide that, then education begins. When your quest is within you, then education begins. When you know that happiness is not outside, happiness is when you have a peaceful mind, quiet mind. Then you know you have touched the real center where happiness is. As long as the mind is disturbed, scattered, vikshiptam, whatever you may get in the world, you will not have joy. So the true joy, true fulfillment comes when the mind is shantam, when it is quiet, when it is peaceful, when it finds its home in the heart. So there comes the true joy, the true happiness. And when you know that, when you have determined that is my goal, then only you become spiritual, not any other thing. Which in Gita Krishna says, Vyavasayatmika buddhi, that is the word. One-pointed determination, intelligence. Vyavasayatmika buddhi ekehu kuru nandana bahushaka hi anantasya buddhayo avyavasayinam. Those who have distracted mind, they have many goals, many lakshya. As long as you have many goals, spirituality is also there. Amongst many things, we want also God. We want also spiritual life. That is okay. It is also good. We have two paths. One is pravritti marga, the other is nivritti marga. Pravritti marga means we have to do many things in the world. Along with, we are also devoted to Bhagavan. You want Bhagavan also. A small bhakti is there. You go in front of a temple, do like this. We call it axe namaskaram. You know, axe, kodali. We call it, what do you call it in Kannada? Kodali. Kodali namaskaram. Just do like this. If there is a God, let him not get angry. That is it. So that kind of bhakti is the beginning bhakti. That kind of bhakti is needed. That kind of bhakti is also not despised. Somehow, in Bhagavata Saptaham we do, a peculiar kind of bhakti is there. In Bhagavatam itself says, bhakti begins from, see in Yoga Shastra there is Mooladhara Chakra, Swadhisthana Chakra, Manipuraka Chakra, Anahata Chakra, Vishuddhi Chakra, Ajna Chakra, like that. So bhakti also begins like that. It begins from the stomach. Udaram upasateya rishivatmasu kurpadrishaha. In the beginning is Udara upasana. So in Bhagavata Saptaham, we generally find a trend. After 11 o'clock, devotion will start. 11:30, it will be crowded. Because the prasada is there. So for that, bhaktas will come. Certain bhaktas are very, very disciplined. They will not unnecessarily disturb you. Directly go to the dining hall and from there they will. So, but even that kind of bhaktas are allowed. See, certain bhaktas, Bhagavan can enter only through stomach. You know, one great bhakta in Guruvayur, Anjam Nambudiri. Anjam Nambudiri was a great bhakta. He did lot of Bhagavata Saptaha. He was called Tirtha. He was called an Namacharya. He used to spread out Nama, Narayana Nama. With so much bhakti, he will chant Narayana. But formerly, he was a communist. He was a Yuktivadi. In Kerala, they call them Yuktivadi, agnostics, rationalists, atheists. Like that, he was a communist. But the only mistake that he did, he used to say, the only mistake that I used to do is to take prasada from the temple. So I will go only for that. Bhagavata Saptaham will be happening. I will go there to take prasad. So see, this ISKCON, now very famous. everywhere. Their teacher, Prabhupada, he did a great revolution in West. So first, he will make rasagula in America. He was staying with all hippies only. So he will make rasagula and what will they call? Gulab jamun, all that Bengali sweets. And all like ball, it will be there. So someone asked, Swamiji, what are you doing? He said, I am making Vaishnava bullet. Somebody eats this, he cannot avoid next Sunday. So he will come here. So the only way sometimes you can bring certain people is through those bullets. By eating those sweets, sometimes Bhagavan enters into you through that. There is a one great Vaishnava Bhakta, Alavandar. He was once a king, that is why he was called Alavandar, a small chieftain. That he was inwardly, there was so much bhakti inside him, but he forgot. Because he got power, he forgot. That is the problem. Money can make you forget God. Power can make you forget God. Outer distractions can make you forget God. So he forgot God. He was a ruler, and some great Vaishnavas, they decided we have to retrieve him. They tried many ways to reach him, but they could not reach him. So they, what they did? They tried giving him prasada. And what they carried is this, dudvale. Dudvale. It is, what is it? It's a root. It's a It is very good for me now, for cough. So it's very, very good. So that every day he will take to Alavandar and give him. In the kitchen he will give him to add with the food. After some time he got used to it. And he was becoming used to it. And one day, this devotee did not go there. This Brahmana did not go there. Then he asked why there is no dudvale. Then the cook said, every day one Brahmana used to come here, bring dudvale, and we used to add it in the food. Now he is not coming. Why did he come? We don't know. Every day he was coming and giving, but we don't know why now he is not coming. So so he said, if he comes again, bring him to me. So next time when he came, he was brought to the king. And he said, why were you bringing this? He said, because I wanted an appointment with you. I could not get it. Why? What for? He asked. I have a great treasure that I have to hand over to you. Treasure? Yes. Oh, I am in great need of money now. Where will I get that? He said, you come with me, you should come alone. You come with me, I will give it to you. He said, okay. He started walking behind that Brahmana, and that Brahmana started chanting Dharma Kshetre Kurukshetre Samaveta Yuyutsavaha. At Bhagavad Gita, entire Gita he was chanting, and suddenly something woke up inside this person. Bhagavad Bhakti woke up inside this person, Jnana Spurti happened, and he said, I don't want any other treasure. I want only this dhanam. The greatest dhanam is Bhagavan. He is the dhanam. He is the treasure. One Vaishnava Bhakta said, we have a great treasure, ancestral property. Asti me hasti sailagre vastu paitamaham dhanam. We have paitamaham dhanam. So like that he said, we have so much treasure. And this is the treasure. This Bhagavad Gita is the treasure. This Upanishads are the treasure. So that is how the Bhakta was conquered. So sometimes, many devotees will come to Bhagavan through food, because food is very, very important. In sadhana, the basic thing that is very important is ahara shuddhi. If you are serious in spiritual life, first thing that you have to consider, that you have to meditate upon is ahara shuddhi. Ahara shuddhau sattva shuddhihi, sattva shuddhau dhruva smritihi, smrite lambhe sarva granthinam vipramoksha. When ahara is pure, something inside you gets refined. See, you cannot see it outside. Ahara shuddhi doesn't mean that you eat the food and you become healthy. No, now we are so much concerned about health, but they were concerned about some deeper refinement. The Upanishad says when you have a very pure Shuddha Ahara, pure food, your Sattva element will become pure. When Sattva element becomes pure, what will it do? It will hold the spiritual experience. You get some spiritual experience from the presence of Guru, or some day you meditate, you have a deep experience, and next day nothing. This is common experience for many sadhakas. Once I had an experience, a glimpse, now it is not there. Because Anubhuta Vishaya Sampramosha Smritihi. Patanjali, in another context, he says, what does recollection, memory, smriti means? It is something you experience and you are able to hold it. So too, spirituality is also something you experience, you are able to hold it. And how that power comes? You have bhakti, you are able to hold the bhakti. You are able to do nama japa, means you are able to do nama japa every day. You have the joy in the japa sadhana. You have joy in Bhagavad Dhyana. You have joy in Nama Sankirtana. Dirghakala nairantarya satkara sevito dridabhumihi. For long duration, with love, with attention, you are able to do something, means you have that sattva guna refined, nourished inside you. And how will that sattva guna, that sattva element, that sattva particle wake up? It is possible by ahara shuddhi. Whatever we are eating, the grossest portion will go out as malam, the fecal matter. And the middle portion will become flesh in our body, muscle in our body. And the deepermost portion in the food becomes the mind. Annamashitam tredha vidhiyate tasya yasthabishto dhatuhu tat purisham bhavati yo madhyamaha tan mamsam yo nishtha tan manaha. So how important is food? Food is very important. Not only sattva guna, but also the quantity of the food. It is sattvic food. Load. It is not like that. Like that they bring sand in the lorry and put it like that. Not eating like that. Swalpahara. Mita medya adanam. That is it. Mita medya adanam. Mita means in moderation. Medyam means very pure. It should be pure. It should be in small quantity. You can take 2 or 3 times, but little. Certain people will eat only once. That once they will eat for 1 week. Not like that. Mita medya adanam. You become very sensitive. When you become spiritual, when you want to do sadhana, we will speak about sadhana later on. What sadhana should we do? The first sadhana is there in your dining room, in your plate, in your leaf, whatever you are eating, you can see whether the person is a sadhaka in his dining room. So that is very, very important. Annam pranam chakshush shrotram mano vachamiti. Where should the tapas happen? First in annam. Then annam, from annam something arises in you, that is prana. Prana is not simply this breath. Prana means the vital energy with which you are going to do tapasya. Annena pranaha pranair balam balena tapas tapasa shraddha shraddhaya medha medhaya manisha. Like that goes. So our first step is food. From that food comes the inner strength, and from that strength you do tapas. Spiritual practice, sadhana. When the sattva element is there, in the Vedanta Sampradaya, the first step we call it as shubhecha. The spiritual flowering begins. You suddenly feel God alone is real. Or you feel I should know the self. See, Ramana Maharshi, suddenly he felt I am going to die. If a modern person, he feels he is going to die, he will go to the psychiatrist. He will neither ask who am I, nor will he go to Guru. He will go to a psychiatrist and he will say, you have some phobia or mania, you take this medicine. There ends everything. Many people have ended there. They can neither come out of it nor spiritually grow up. But that is not their problem. But see, when there is real Shraddha wakes up, suddenly this question arises, who is going to die? What is death? Who am I? In Virajeshwara Swami's life, you can see he was a scientist. He was in America. Amidst all the pleasure hunting everywhere, inside that, this spiritual inquisitiveness blossomed. He wanted to find the truth. His all yoga sadhana was very intense there in West when he was there. And after becoming a sannyasi, if somebody says, I am going to America, you know what prasada you will get from Swamiji. He will fire. That is what I have heard. You were born in this country, you want to go there? So there, see, Shraddha, when it wakes up, wherever you are, you will be rescued. If that Shraddha goes to sleep, even if you stay in an ashrama, you can fall. Spiritual life will not happen. When the Shraddha wakes up, you might be a householder, you can wake up. See, Aurobindo, his spiritual awakening happened inside the prison, the jail. He could not even stand up inside the jail. Such a prison he was put. There he was inwardly asking, oh Lord, what has happened to me? And there the awakening woke up. The spiritual Kundalini woke up. Spiritual experience first happened for him inside the prison. You know, there is a story about this Sikh Guru. Who is the Guru of Sikhism? I am asking this child. Guru Nanak, right? So Guru Nanak was working in a what today we call in a market, supermarket, like that. He was working in a market, and his job was to pack things and give. One day somebody asked him some 20 kilos of wheat or something. So he was taking wheat and giving. He was measuring. So in Hindi he was measuring 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. And he reached 12. What is 12 in Hindi? Bara. Then what is 13? Tera. Tera means what? Yours. Like, he forgot that it is 13. In English, generally they fear 13. It's not. They fear 13. But in Sanskritam, 13 is very pure, very auspicious. Sarvamangala Trayodashi. So, when he was about to give that, Tera, 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 he forgot that it is number 13. He started scattering wheat and started dancing. Suddenly the spiritual force woke up inside him. There was joy, there was in that Guru Granth Sahib, they say it's all Shabda. That Shabda. That Shabda. We do Japa, no? That Japa in its deeper form is what they call Shabda. What we call Omkara, that Pranava. That Shabda, the primordial Shabda. It woke up and he was scattering the wheat like Tera, 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 saying, yours, yours, Lord, everything is yours. In samsara we say mine, mine, mine. Even in a bus you want to get a seat, say mine. People will put a kerchief in a seat and say mine. In Bhagavata Saptaha also they will do. In a chair a person put a kerchief and said, somebody else took over, removed that kerchief and sat it there. Because from morning to afternoon that kerchief alone sits there, he is not coming there. So he removed the kerchief and was about to sit. Suddenly, like Gajendra Mosham, that person arrived. And he said, my chair, I have put the kerchief, I have removed. You know what answer that person gave? He said, if by putting a kerchief in a chair, this chair becomes yours, I will buy a double veshti and put in every chair. The whole hall will become mine. So, samsara is mine. It is mine. And spirituality is not mine. So, we don't know when it wakes up. For Guru Nanak, it woke up. Yours. Naham, tvam. Ramakrishna used to say, not me, it is all you, it is all yours, not mine. It is all yours. And that was the awakening state. So, when the spirituality wakes up, it is the Sattva Udreka. We call it Sattva Udreka. Suddenly the Sattva Guna wakes up. And the Ahara Shuddhi is there. Ahara Shuddhi is not simply food alone. It also means what you are seeing through the eyes, what you are taking through the ears, what you are allowing things to enter inside you. Everything becomes pure. Then the Sattva element becomes pure. And then Ishvara's grace, when it happens, Kripa of the Atma happens. Atma Kripa means suddenly you feel, I have to find the truth. You see, even for Buddha, all prosperity, pleasures were given, and one day he asked this question. Will everyone die? And to whom did he ask? Who was that? His charioteer. You know his name? His name is Chana. If you go to Sri Lanka, you can see many people as Chana. Because Chana is Buddha's guru in a way. Because that charioteer, that driver, did something which even king did not permit. Buddha's father has ordered that nothing which will remind him that the world is impermanent should be shown to him. But the charioteer took him to every village, and perhaps it happened in many days also. We can say, because many things you would have seen. Nobody can live up to 29 years without seeing death, without seeing disease, without seeing separation, without seeing the shallowness of the world. Nobody can live. Everyone will see. But so much pleasures were given to him. You know what these pleasures do? All this mobile, these things, constantly they distract you from yourself. That is what they do. They are not distracting you from anyone. They will keep you on the outside, on the outer circuit. They will not allow you to go to the center. They will not allow you to ask serious questions. So much of entertainment is there. So they are the forces of Maya, distracting forces, which will constantly keep you engaged with shallow things. That was what was done to Buddha. That is why Buddha says, Pamado Machuna Padam. In Pali, in Magadhi, the meaning is, actually Buddha is only quoting Sanat Kumara. In Mahabharata, Sanat Kumara says, Pramadam vai mrityumaham bravimi. He says, heedlessness is death. Buddha is quoting Sanat Kumara. Formerly, I was just thinking whether this Buddhism has influenced our scriptures, because the same words are coming. So somebody has put it here, but I found in Madhyama Nikaya many places Buddha quotes Sanat Kumara. He says Sanat Kumara. He himself quotes Sanat Kumara. So that Sanat Kumara, he says, heedlessness is death. Everywhere you are getting message. You see a great teacher, a Mahatma, you stay with him, you have got teaching from him, Upadesha from him. Again you refuse to wake up, that is death. Death is not last thing that is going to happen. You have so many spiritual books, you don't read, that is death. Even after reading, you are not ready to internalize it, that is death. You have got a good janma in this Bharata Desha, labdva kathanchin narajanma durlabham. Even after getting this human birth in this Bharata Desha, you refuse to wake up, that is death. So this is pramada. Pramada, in Sanskrit it is pramada. In Tamil they have made a very great blunder by taking this word from Sanskrit, putting it in Tamil, and they will say pramada means very beautiful. It is not a Tamil word, but they use it like that. After the lecture they will say, what you told about pramada, romba pramada. So pramada is heedlessness. It is spiritual fall. So when you get a chance to wake up, you have to wake up. So when the ahara shuddhi, sattva element becomes pure, this awakening happens inside us, that spiritual life is very important to us. So that is Ishvara Anugraha. When you have Ishvara Anugraha from within, outwardly also Ishvara Anugraha happens as Guru Upasati. You get a great Mahatma. That also happens like magic. Someone you find. Some spiritual book also you get. The book will be there, but you will not read. Many people will bring, this is the book that my grandfather used to read. What book? I don't know. It is simply Bhagavad Gita only. But they say, I don't know. Very safe. They have kept it without opening. So even to open a book, you need grace. Yoga Vasishta says, Yavanna anugraha sakshat jayate parameshwarat tavanna sadgurum kashit satchastram vapino labhet. Till you get the anugraha of Parameshwara, you will not get a Sadguru, you will not get Satshastra also. You will not be able to read a good book. But when anugraha comes, you open the book, it speaks in a different tone. It becomes very powerful. That is Kripa. When anugraha comes, I have told this story many times that there was a Swami in Rishikesh. The way he came to spiritual life. One day he was working in a government office in Calcutta. He was walking the streets. One book fell on his head. He took the book and he looked upstairs. One elderly person was screaming. He was firing his son, so angry, because his son, after reading this book, he was afraid that he will become a sannyasi. So he snatched the book and threw it out. And this man who was going to his office, he took the book. It was Swami Vivekananda's complete works. From that, the Jnana Yoga talks. He took the book and asked, "What should I do with this?" That man said, "You take it." He took the book, went to his office, the whole day he was reading it, and that was enough. That day evening, he went to Rishikesh. It was a Mauni, a very high state. So, sometimes Ishvara comes like that. When you have Ishvara Anugraha, the book will land on your head. Sometimes certain books, one of our professors used to say, bring a big book, you say, this book will give mukti. Not by reading, put it in the head. Videha kaivalyam. Instant mukti. So, not like that. You have to go through it. So, Ishvara Kripa, when it comes to your life, Ishvara Kripa comes in a mysterious way. Any way it can happen. One touch from the divine. Sometimes, Sri Ramakrishna, when Swami Vivekananda met Ramakrishna, that was a great phenomenon. At that time, Narendra was outwardly a rationalist. He was denying everything, but he was a deep bhakta inwardly. Inwardly he was a very deep bhakta, but outwardly, after reading so much philosophy, he was questioning everything. But Ramakrishna came to a devotee's house where he met this boy. And he asked him to sing. And that moment, Ramakrishna found this boy is carrying a big treasure. And he said, "Can you come to Dakshineshwar?" And this boy asked, "Have you seen God?" Ramakrishna said, "I have seen God as I am seeing you, more intimately. If you want, I can reveal it to you." That is grace, The moment when you meet the Master, when you meet a Mahapurusha, the great transformation happens. In Bhagavata, we see Parikshit had the curse. That curse was grace. Without that curse, he would have stayed in the palace like any other king. But that curse Nirveda Rupo Dvija Shapa Rupaha. Nirveda Mulo Dvija Shapa Rupaha. That Brahmana Shapa became a cause for Vairagya, for Jnanam, for attainment of the highest realization. So, like that, when the next step, first your mind becomes pure, the Shraddha wakes up. Then, that is the inner Kripa. The outer Kripa is, you meet someone who is ready, who is reflecting what you are carrying inside you. Outwardly you see the teacher, you recognize that this is not a human being. This is Parameshwara who has come in this form. This is Bhagavan who has come in this form. Like that you recognize the master, the Guru. That is why the moment you see the Guru, if you can see the Guru as Parameshwara, Ishvara will happen inside you. That's simply spiritual life. You see Shiva there, Shiva will come here. Manikya-Vachakar in Tiruvachakam in Tamil, he says, when he saw his Guru, he says, I am wondering in my own power, which woke up inside me, which told me that it is not a person, it is Shiva. Shivan avanana terindanan kanga. I saw him as Shiva. And that power inside me is realization. So this is the second step of the grace. And when you see a real master, when you see a Mahapurusha like Ramana Maharshi, you can see many, many examples. They need not talk much. They need not speak much. Even here Swamiji was mostly silent. Very, very silent. That mauna. But it wakes up the Chit Shakti inside you. The force of meditation wakes up inside you. True meditation you can recognize only in the presence of a realized person. Before that, all imaginary things can happen. True meditativeness, spiritual blossoming happen in the presence of a Mukta Purusha, an enlightened being. In the presence of Bhagavan Ramana, many have told. He was sitting there, we went there. Paul Brendan, the very famous statement is, he wanted to ask questions, but he says all questions, they just melted away like snow before sun. Nothing to ask. And I find that intellect itself is a hurdle. Intellect creates its own problems and becomes miserable by trying to solve them. So the intellect also became quiet, the mind became quiet. There was so profound, deep stillness. He calls it like the frozen ocean. Like the frozen ocean. It was so profound, deep, peaceful, Shanta Samudra. Samudra, Shanti, Samudra. So that profound experience happens in the presence of a master. You are initiated. Mostly, that is the beginning. When you come to the teacher, you get a glimpse of what is there, the treasure inside you. As we said earlier, then you look at yourself. What is this I? What is this aham? Bhaktyamam abhijanati. With so much bhakti you went to the master, then this abhijnanam, abhijna, your attention turns towards what is very, very close to you, very, very intimate to you. Because we do not know God or we do not know Devaloka or anything, but we know I am, I exist. And what is this I? The question wakes up inside, what is this I? For the first time, you see, this question begins to throb inside. See, whoever comes to a divine presence, the sign of that, you are not looking there, you are looking here. In Bhagavata, when Krishna was born, instead of, when you see a child, you will see the child is so beautiful. But Vasudeva did not say that. When Vasudeva saw Krishna, he says, you are shining inside me as pure consciousness. You are the sakshi to the buddhi inside me. Viditosi bhavan sakshat purusha prakriti paraha kevala anubhavananda swarupaha sarva buddhi drik. It will be mysterious because such a beautiful child has come. Instead of doing varnana of the child, he is saying, you are my Atma. And Devaki also says that Rupam yattat prahuhu apyaktamadhyam brahmajyotihi nirgunam nirvikaram sattamatram nirvishesham niriham sattvam sakshat vishnuhu adhyatma deepaha. You are inside me as the adhyatma deepa. So even though the divine manifestation is right before you as in name and form, your experience is chit. It is the pure consciousness in the heart. That is the sign of the divine manifestation. If something is attracting you outside, it is not divine. The very proof of the divinity is, it will put you back to yourself. It will make you abide in yourself. So that is the sign of Guru Tattvam. We call it Sankarshana Shakti. Neither Akarshana Shakti nor Vikarshana Shakti. It is the Sankarshana Shakti. Akarshana is attraction, Vikarshana is repulsion. This is pushing your mind deep into the heart, to the Samadhi, to the Mauna. You learn that how to abide in your real nature. There is an intimation at least of what is waiting within you. You first, in pure Jnana Marga, in Bhakti Marga it will be different. In Bhakti Marga you go to the master, you are suddenly initiated into the meditation of some divine form or some bhava or some nama, mantra, something like that. In Jnana, suddenly you look at the mantra already within you. This is the I. And you suddenly find that this I is not the body or the mind. Just like, you do churning, mathana of curd. Then you get buttermilk, you get butter. Like that, you do this inner churning. Inner churning will happen in the presence of the Jivan Mukta. A churning will happen, Nadi Mathana will happen, and suddenly you will feel that this I am, this I, it gets separated from all the thoughts, from emotions, and like Navanita, like butter, it shines forth within you as Aham, 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 Aham. And you find that it is the changeless luminosity behind the childhood, youth, old age, waking state, dream, deep sleep. Everything comes and goes. This consciousness remains changeless. Balyadishwapi jagradadishu tatha sarvasu avastaswapi vyavrittasu anuvartamanam aham aham iti antaskurantam sada. Swadmanam prakatikaroti bhajadam yo mudraya bhadraya tasmai Shree Gurumurtaye namaidam Shree Dakshinamurtaye. So that aham iti, this is Dakshinamurti. This is Dakshinamurti Swarupa, Shiva Swarupa, which is already there within everyone in whatever language, in Kannada, in Tamil, in Malayalam, in English, wherever you go to the world, there is some other sound. Some sound is produced for Nama, for this I. The sound is different, but the experience you have within you, your own existence as I am, as Chit, as Chaitanya. Even in a dark room, you exist. You have the experience of existence. Experience, light, I are all same. Sattva bhasika chit kvavetara sattayahi chit chittayahi aham. Sat chit aham. So Sat is chit, chit is aham. It is ever shining forth within as the Atma Jyoti, as Swayam Prakasha Vastu. So that Swayam Prakasha Vastu, you recognize the Swayam Prakasha Vastu within you, and then the Guru is inside. The outer Guru's job is over. Now you go alone. Now also when I went to Swamiji's room, I found that there is a cave inside. There is a cave inside you also. Outer cave is helpful so that no sound will be there. In Gita, Bhagavan says, Buddhya Vishuddhaya Yuktaha Dhrityatmanam Niyamyacha Shabdadini Vishayan Tyaktva Ragadvesho Vyudasyacha Vivikta Sevi Lagvashi Yatavakaya Manasaha Dhyana Yoga Paro Nityo Vairagyam Samupashrita Ahankaram, Balam, Darpam, Kamam, Krodham, Parikraham, Vimuchya Nirmama Shanto, Brahma Bhuyaya Kalpate. In Swamiji's Samadhi, they have put Brahmi Bhuta. Brahma Bhuta. He is Brahma Bhuta. Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma. That is the word. From somewhere, traditionally, they have put it as Brahmi Bhuta. There is some discussion about it, whether it is Brahmi Buddha is needed or Brahma Buddha is enough. So Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma, the person becomes Brahma Bhuta when he goes to solitude, ekanta, where there is no distraction, turns inward, the mind is very much pliable, available to dive deep within. To hold on to this inner lamp. The lamp is already within you. When Buddha was about to die, the closest disciple of Buddha, he said, I did not attain. Many of them have attained, I have not attained. In Buddhism they call it arahant. So many have become arahant. I have not become an arahant. Then Buddha said, you have to find it in yourself. Atma Deepo Bhava. Be a light unto yourself. You are your light. Turn inward and find the inner light. Jyotisham apitat jyotihi. Tamasah paramuchyate jnanam nyayam jnanagamyam hridi sarvasya vishtitam. That light is there in the heart of everyone. So you are the light. You don't need any outer light. You are carrying the light within you. If you turn towards that light, wherever you are, no darkness. And that light will never become dim also. No voltage problem, no current cut. That light will be always shining forth. That will not even depend upon your mental state. Whether the mind is energetic or not, that light will shine forth. So only when you find that light, your spiritual experience is stable. Till then, your spiritual life will come and go. Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi said, Pokku Aravu. It will come and go. But you find that light, then this coming going will be there in the mind. But that light will shine. That lamp, that flame will be flickerless. So that is Atma Sakshatkara. It is Sakshat. It is always Sakshat only. But we don't recognize it. So when you recognize it within you, for that recognition, you get a glimpse in the Guru's presence. You take that glimpse and in solitude, you hold to that meditative state, that Samadhi, spark of Samadhi. You get a spark, you can blow it up. See, in Kartika star, that Kartika month, we have Kartika Deepam. I don't know, Karnataka also is there? so many lamps, Laksha Deepam we will put. And there is a Sampradaya, there will be a chief Deepam from the temple. And from that Deepam, you take a lamp, put it inside a pot and carry that pot to your house, and every house they will light. In Tiruvannamalai, the Kartika Deepam is very important in the hill. From there the lamp is lit. It is called Chokkapane. Traditionally they call it Chokkapane in Tamil Nadu. So Pane means this pot. This Chokka is Jyoti, it's Shiva, Chokkanatha. It's an effulgent one. So you carry the effulgence inside the pot. Like that, you have the effulgence inside you, your body is the pot, and inside is the Chokkapane. It is the effulgence, the eye, the light, the lamp of Atma, the Jyoti. You light it from the Guru. You take it to your home. There you light many lamps. This is how Jnana spreads. This is how spirituality spreads. Light the lamp from the chief flame, and from the lamp many lamps are lit. This is the principle of satsanga also. One person sits, so many are listening, and one heart blossoms, every heart blossoms. That happens in satsanga. We are all connected, we are all one. Although the body is separating, abhibhaktam vibhakteshu, the body looks separate, but inwardly we are all connected. Satsanga, one person like that does, everyone will start doing. What do you call it in Kannada? Okay. Tamil we call it Kottavi. And Atma is Avi, this is Kottavi. So Kottavi will spread, Avi will certainly spread. So it will certainly spread. So we are all connected. Even sleep spreads so easily. So even this, this some cold problem, cough problem I have here. This was given by devotees. Last few days back, there was the Pradishta day in our ashram. There is a shastra which says Rikta Hastena Nopayat Rajanam Daivatam Guru. You should not go to see the Guru with vacant hand. You should bring something. So with so much bhakti, so many people brought it and shared with many. So there, this will not ask, sir, may I get in? No, it enters. Like that is bhakti also. Like that is spirituality also. When you have collectively in satsanga, you get influenced. Even if you sleep there, it will influence. I know many children who used to constantly come to satsanga and sleep in their mother's lap. They are now 30, 40, still sitting in the satsanga. Now that they are not sleeping, their children are sleeping in their lap. But that influence has gone inside. So we need all these things. The deepest thing I have told is this lamp within you, this flame within you, this light of Atmanubhuti, which will give you the greatest fulfillment. And the beginning, where did we begin? Ahara. That we will very well remember. From Ahara to Atma, right? Ahara, Sattva Shuddhi, then you do some sadhana like japa, dhyana or many things. So, you need some sadhana. You have to hold on to some sadhana. The mind is distracted. With a distracted mind, you cannot know anything. So, when the mind is so much distracted, you have to give some alambam. We call it alamba, ashraya. And ashraya is some nama japam, some mantra japa, something you hold on. You give to the mind. Let the mind start doing that upasana. 3 things are needed for us. That is beautifully, the Yoga Shastra says, Sheelam, Samadhi, Prajna. First thing is Sheelam. Sheelam is habit, character, everything. Your worldly life should synchronize with your spiritual life. The worldly life, you are so selfish, so much hatred, so much aversion. Spirituality will not go together. That is why the Bhakti Lakshana, Krishna said, Adveshta Sarva Bhutanam. The very beginning, first thing is no hatred, no aversion towards anything. Maitraha, positive, friendship. That dynamism, Karuna. Maitri means you are cooperating. Karuna means you just go and do something. Nirmamo nirahankaraha, no motive, no mindness, no I. Samadukka sukakshani. These are all qualifications we call Sheelam. The Sheelam is very important. We call it Sadhana, Chatushtaya, Sampatti, Yama, Niyama, everything is Sheelam. If you have this Sheelam, or we have to cultivate the Sheelam also. There is no question of spiritual life, so much worldly life you live in a different way and sit in meditation for 10 minutes, nothing will happen. Nothing will happen. So when you have true spiritual life, it touches every corner of your life, every cell of your being. Then true spirituality begins. So that is the first thing. Then the second is the upasana, dhyana, japa. Everything is important. Whatever. Most people, they can only do japa. Yajnanam japa yajñosmi. Bhagavan said in Gita. The simple thing. Something to repeat. It's like you go to the doctor with some problem, he just some head writing he gives you. You don't know how to read. You wonder how the medical person reads it. The medical shop. There is a joke that one person want to find a house. So they have written the address. So he could not read the address. He didn't know how to read it. So he took it to a medical shop. And he gave it to the medical shop person. He read it. He looked at him, went inside, brought a tablet. Said, morning one, afternoon one, night one. He said, it's an address. So this is how he reads it. So you get some tablet and your problem is solved. So spiritual life also, when you go to the teacher, he gives you something to hold. Upasana Guru. Upasana Guru, Jnana Guru. Sometimes it will be different, sometimes one. All things. So Upasana Guru gives you a mantra, a bijam. Spiritual bijam. See, all the great devotees like Shiva Bhaktas, they all said, chant the Nama, Panchakshara. Tirunavakarasar in one Devaram says, I have sown the seed of Panchakshara inside me, watered it with Shraddha, with the fence of tapas. I have protected it. Now it has grown as a huge tree of Mahabhava, Bhakti. So it's possible. So some small thing for many of the householders, it's a very easy sadhana. You start chanting the mantra. You have to sit for half an hour or 1 hour and do the mantra japa. And while cooking also you can do japa. While walking also you can do japa. While going in the bus or car you can do japa. Everywhere you can train yourself to do japa. And by that, the mind will become more and more sattvic. it will start vibration, mind is full of spandana. Vishayakara spandana. That Vishayakara spandana should be disciplined by Brahmakara spandana or Mantrakara spandana. So you hold on to that mantra spandana inside. Spandanam samsara spandana matram. Spandanam tasya bheshajam. Samsara is spandana. And spandanam is its medicine. So this spandana is mantra. And then slowly the mind will attain that quietude, that shanti. Once you taste the shanti inside you, the peace inside you, then you will never give it up. When you taste the peace, then you know that peace is liberation, peace is jnanam, peace is samadhi, peace is atma, peace is your surupam. Prashanti, upashantoyam atma. The atma itself is upashanti. Its very nature is beatitude, peace. So you start by doing that japa, that mantra japa or nama japa, whatever. If you do not have any mantra, you can chant the Ishta Nama, Ishta Devata Nama. Then the mind, by holding it, will become pure. And the pure mind easily attains realization. It will attain jnanam, bhakti, anubhuti. So that is the way for all of us. And such a great Mahatma like Swamiji, we can go through his book, A Scientist's Search for Truth, where Swamiji has, the way he has struggled to attain that state, and the way he recognized his Guru in Rishikesh Shivananda Ashramam, Swami Vidyananda, and how he himself contemplated on the truth and took his own realization to his master for confirmation. These are all very, very great revelations. And Swamiji also puts a very funny story along with it. Swamiji struggles so much with his yoga abhyasa, with his vichara, and attains that state where, as Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi says, the state where the I, the ego is not. And what exists there, like deep sleep, the ego is not, the body is not, mind is not, the world is not. But when you wake up, you want to go back. That sukham is there. That sukham is Atma Swarupam. And when you recognize that that is Atma, that is one's Swarupa, after all this contemplation, he takes his contemplation to Vidyananda Swami. He says, yes, this is it. After that, he says, one householder about a businessman about whom he says, he constantly used to talk to Swamiji, used to say, I constantly say that God realization is very easy, simple, nobody believes me. Swamiji was wondering what is he meaning, what he means by God realization. I have put so much struggle, and he says God realization is simple, easy, a family man. And Swamiji is asking him, one day he asked, what do you mean by God realization? No, God one day appeared to me and gave me a upadesha. Yeah, Swamiji asked, what did he give you? Upadesha. No, he appeared before me and he told, I alone exist, you don't exist. Swamiji said, this is the highest Upadesha, greatest Upadesha for which I have struggled so much. So that is like a funny supplement for his realization. No? So jnanam, it is so intense. In bhakti also, it's simply, in a simple way it comes. You suddenly find that Bhagavan alone is real. I don't exist. There also the bhakta becomes free, absolutely free, light. I don't exist. Only you exist. I don't exist. So that Advaita comes like that. So this satsanga. After 15 years, we have again had a session here. So these devotees also, Amma recently many times came to our ashram also, and Ramanathanji, and Sir has given such beautiful introduction. They are all great devotees of Swamiji. They were all there that time also. So such a beautiful tapovanam, ekanta sthana. A rishi ashrama should be like this. Intuitively Swamiji searched for a place to tapas and found out here. This is in no way connected to him, but the place invited him here. As the person, our ashrama also, if we think, I will wonder how we came there. No way connected. It is the place which pulls the person. Because sometimes, somewhere, some sages have lived there. When Buddha was about to give up his body, the place was Kushinara. That is what the place says. So it was a forest, barren land also, not a good forest also. Then all his disciples said, why are you dropping your body here? Nobody here. All kings and nobles, they are all waiting for you in Vaishali, in Rajagriha, everywhere. Why are you dropping your body here? Buddha said, I am dropping my body here for the 7th time. And he narrates all the former Janma Katha. So it's the same place, he says. Perhaps Swamiji himself has stayed here in tapas formerly, or some sages have stayed here. The same place invites them, it pulls them. To the same place they come. They have their ashrama there. So this is how things happen. So this Tapo Bhumi, they had this Satsanga, Bhagavad Dhyana. We will continue some other day. We will again meet. All Bhagavad Anugraha be there with all of you for your Adhyatma Sadhana, Bhagavad Dhyana, everything. Hara Namah Parvati Pataye Hara Hara Mahadeva.
One small information in the beginning we wanted to give to our Reverend Swamiji. Somehow it was forgotten by the person who gave welcome speech. Swamiji must have heard the beautiful rendition in Tamil language, Guruve Sharanam poem, extempore. It came pouring through the heart one fine day from the lotus lips of our Divine Mother, Mataji Swadhaa Devi. In fact, the name Mataji Swadhaa Devi is given by our Gurudev himself as a mark of respect, of token of respect, to tell her that you are the realized person. So this Guruve Sharanam, such a wonderful song, sung by Kumari Adya, another interesting part. She is a pure Kannadiga. Absolutely not a word, not a letter of Tamil she knows. By the grace of Mataji, she learnt and then sang. That is at the feet of Mataji. This is a song dedicated to our Gurudev. This is one point I wanted to say. Second point which I had missed personally, that is for, we have to tell. We have to tell our people. Otherwise you will not know. You remember, Swamiji knows very well. Long back in the beginning of 14th century, the 12th Pontiff Jagadguru of Sringeri Sharada Peetham, Vidyaranya Muni, he has written so many books. One is Jivan Mukti Viveka by Vidyaranya Muni. Our Reverend Swamiji knows about that. There he mentions beautifully, analyzes the two states of sannyasa dharma. One is Vividisha sannyasa, another is Vidvat sannyasa. Vidvat sannyasa is a rare thing in our country because a Mahatman, a Paramajnani, after realization, for the sake of Brahmananda, for that blissful sake of reveling in the ocean of Brahmananda, by Satsankalpa, voluntarily he takes up sannyasa dharma, where no rules are attached. So, a realized Mahatman taking sannyasa is Vidvat sannyasa. Our Gurudev is an example we have seen in front of us as a Vidvat sannyasi. Now we are seeing a revered Acharya, Shree Ramanacharana Tirtha Swamiji, as Vidvat sannyasi. This is the point I wanted to make. Hari Om. Now, vote of thanks, 1 minute, whatever it is, give it to it.
One thing Swamiji told is something like this. I didn't deliberately tell that in the beginning. In this hall, Swamiji said, Shastras generally they say that you need sannyasa for realization. But exceptionally, the people attain that state in Grihastha also. He was introducing me like that. So it's a very rare that we see like that. So Swamiji told that.
One-liner vote of thanks. Thank you, Swamiji, for making the function a very successful one. Om Namo Bhagavate Virajeshwaraya. And I request Manjana to perform Aarti to conclude this function. Yes. You can stand up and